What should I consider when making the decision to buy versus rent as a resident doctor? That's a great question. And I wrote a book called Why Physician Home Loans Fail. And that was all about uncovering the landmines that exist with physician home loans and how to help navigate those and get around those without having your transaction blow up. And the first chapter, I hope it was the first chapter, I just don't have the book in front of me. But one of the first chapters, nonetheless, was the rent versus buy conundrum. And it addressed this exact issue. Feel free to email me for a copy. I'll be happy to email you a copy of the book. And if this is your first home, or if you are unfamiliar with the advantages or disadvantages of a physician home loan, we'd be happy to send you an e-copy of that book, and I think you'll find it very informative. There's also some fantastic information on the White Coat Investor blog, so whitecoatinvestor.com, and you can type in rent versus buy, and there's some really good perspective there. So here's some things that I think you should consider. Number one, how long are you going to be in the home? If you're not going to be in the home for at least 3 to 5 years, I think it's too short of an investment runway stretch to be certain that you're going to come out ahead. In other words, over 30 years, I'm pretty darn confident that you're going to have some decent equity in that home. But in 3 years, how do we know if you've caught this on an up or a down cycle? The reality is there's just no way to know. So there's more risk there. Now, if you are aiming towards keeping this property after you move on to your fellowship or into an attending role or something like that as a rental property, great. Let's move on to question number 2. And the next thing I think you should consider is what's going on with the economy where you're at. Is the economy growing? What's going on with population growth? Are there businesses moving in or are there businesses moving out? What is happening with the income growth in that area? And if you find yourself at a hospital system that is exploding and you can feel the growth, then that probably provides you some degree of insulation. But be very cognizant of that fact. Thought number 3 that I think you should consider is do not buy any type of odd home. I'll see people make decisions and they've got a 3 to 5 year runway and they're going to buy a home on a major street because it's $15,000 less or $20,000 less. Do not do that. You really need to think through, if you have a short runway, you want as vanilla, a cookie cutter a home in as nice a neighborhood as you can possibly get. If you have to buy a home on a busy street, or if you have to buy the home in a war zone, you can apply your own definition to that, then it's probably not a great idea, and you probably ought to look towards renting. On the other hand, if those factors all line up, going to be there a decent amount of time, wouldn't mind keeping as a rental property, great local economy, you can get a decent home at a fair price, about what you're paying for rent, then the appreciation over 5 to 10 years minus off your amortization of your paying down your loan can be quite substantial. And we've had many clients take a massive chunk, if not completely eliminate their student loans by that strategy. So I hope you found this helpful. We're more than happy to give you a copy of the book. Feel free to email me for that. And if you have any additional specific questions, we'd look forward to hearing from you. Take care.